The North London derby between Tottenham Hotspur versus Arsenal is a worthy way to return from the international break. Here's a preview of the game. My name is Ayomide, Sotubo, and this is the Nutmeg here on GuardianTV. Of course, the North London derby is a big game any day, any time, and that's the crux of our conversation in this episode. I'm joined here by Hogan. Is right here, although a Man United fan, but anytime the North London derby comes around, it's a worthy topic for debate. And now, Hogan, great to have you on the show.
Thank you very much. It's good to be
Yes.
here again.
It's your excitement. I hope Man United doesn't end it at the weekend.
Oh, there's nothing much to see after the previous weekend before the international break.
Let's not take the glory of the game we are talking about. It's Arsenal. And they've had a decent start to the season, at the very least. So before the international break, they drew at home to Brighton, although they went a man down. And in those circumstances where it was controversial with Declan Rice getting a red card, it was bound to be a tough game.
Yeah.
But now, it doesn't get tougher than playing Spurs away from home. Spurs, meanwhile, have had a difficult start as well. Just one win, and that's against Everton, who, has been everybody's punching bag this season. But it's surely a derby game that you're always going to look forward to, irrespective of the form of the teams.
Yes, it's London derby, and definitely, you know that it's a rival game. Somebody wants to dominate, you understand? Someone wants to dominate the North. And over time, of course, Arsenal has always put the best out of everything. They've always dominated the London derby, especially when they are in Tottenham's home. I feel like they've made Tottenham's home now a playing ground for them. It's just another way, home away from home. Understand? So I expect a fantastic game. It's just that there are some circumstances that we just have to, look at now and see if Arsenal is capable of winning the game.
No question about it. Home away from home for Arsenal at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. You look at the stats, they don't lie. Their last two visits, and that's in like 3 years now, the last two visits there, it's been victories for Arsenal.
Yeah.
We know the last one ended 3-2. Entertaining game as always. You'll have entertaining games when it comes to the North London derby. And then also, Arsenal have not lost a game in the last 4 meetings between both sides in the Premier League. So really, it's home away from home, and it looks like Arsenal's game on paper, but they are going to be missing some players. Declan Rice is suspended, got a red card from the last game. Mikel Merino, well, maybe you want to argue Arsenal can do without him for now, but he's yet to play any part. With Declan Rice now injured, you'll have expected him to, drift into the side, probably into the starting lineup or from the bench. Yeah. In a big game like this, missing Declan Rice is a big deal. But you also would miss Riccardo Calafiori, new signing as well, but sustained an injury while on international duty with Italy. So it's a difficult game on paper. Arsenal have had the better start to the season. They have the records too. Spurs have not been that good. But how do you see this game going on Sunday?
Okay, so we know that the most important aspect of Arsenal's game is actually the midfield. And we've had, games where Declan Rice became the goal scorer aside his normal duty of holding the midfield and driving the ball. Is going to be really missed in this game. And with that, I see Tottenham having a little bit advantage, to themselves. Yeah, we know that Tottenham this season has not been really, really good.
Yeah.
They lost their first game to Newcastle. They defeated Everton. But we know that Everton it's a usual thing for them now. They've lost 3 games in this season, and they've not even scored a goal at all in this competition since the start of this season. And they drew their last game against Leicester City,
newly promoted Leicester.
So we can say they are newly promoted, but those guys play.
But you'd expect Spurs to do better.
Yes,
especially with I'm much more disappointed with the attack for Spurs. You look at the players they have. Timo Werner is on the bench. You have even the likes of Dejan Kulusevski as
there's,
well. You have Richarlison,
yeah.
and even starting Son Heung-min. They've not really convinced.
Yeah, I feel that they will get into the game. It's a gradual process, I feel, because they've been away from each other for a while, and some of them are just returning back from injury. The likes of Richarlison just trying to get up into the game, and Sri Lanka, the new striker, is just trying to gel into the team and see. We know that Sri Lanka is a very good striker, very good finisher. We saw that last season. So we expect that by the time they get into the game, they will do much more better. But looking at the game, my fear for Arsenal right now is that Declan Rice is out of the game, out of the midfield. That midfield is in shambles, as it were. I don't feel that Jorginho can easily come into the game. Yes, we know that he was not away with the national team for the Nations League, but he was having some training. So I believe that they must have been having a way. Arteta must have a style of play for what he could do. There are other players I feel that can come into the midfield. Zinchenko I feel his natural wing is actually in the midfield because that's what he plays for his home side, his nation, Ukraine, and he can come into the midfield. There's also Timber who could also play as a holding for, a holding midfielder. Yeah. There is I feel that I felt like when Declan Rice had that red card, I felt Calafiori could come into the midfield.
But now Calafiori is not injured. But let's leave Arteta to do his job, right? So, your score prediction for the game before we go?
Yes, I see a draw or a win for Tottenham.
A draw, a win for Tottenham?
Yes.
Okay, be interesting. And let's know what your own predictions are. As usual, we'll be expecting to see them in the comment section. But thank you very much for watching this episode of the Nutmeg. You can be part of our community here by hitting the subscribe button on YouTube and also tapping the notification bells to get all our latest content. You could also follow us all across social media. We are Guardian Nigeria as well. Thank you very much, Hogan,
for
making it to this show. And of course, we'll see you in the next episode.